Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing expensive versus cheap makeup. I've seen this trend all over YouTube, so I thought, why not do it? So the first thing I need to do is actually draw a line down the middle of my face so I can tell the difference between cheap and expensive. So I'm going to be back once I've done that. Right, okay, so I've done the line down my face, and first thing I'm going to do is moisturiser, because skin prep is just as important as actual makeup. So my left side is going to be the cheap side and the right is expensive. So the cheap side is the W7 Watermelon Wave blah 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 moisturiser. This was literally £3. I got this for £3 in the range. I used to use it all the time. I think it is pretty good, but I haven't used this since last year. And then the expensive side is my Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I'm so happy I got this as a Christmas present with my Molly May set. So I know this is very expensive and I don't even know if I would actually buy it with the actual price, but I honestly love it so much. I love dewy makeup, so I guess we're just going to see which one can make my makeup more dewier. Oh my god, already the Tatcha cream is much more thick. This one is so watery. I used to love that. I remember I loved this, but now it honestly feels weird. It doesn't feel hydrating. It feels like I'm just rubbing, I don't know, a serum on my face more than moisturiser. But this one, the Tatcha one, feels so much better, personally. Sorry, I'm looking over here so I can actually see myself in the mirror. I feel like I've just had a whole 10-step skincare routine on the expensive side. This one, I literally feel like there's nothing. So, yeah. Next, we're going to go for primer. On the cheap side is the e.l.f. Power Grip. This is a dupe for the Milk makeup one. And this is what primer everyone's using in these types of videos. So I thought I'd go ahead with that. But I don't actually have an expensive primer. I have the Beauty Crop one. I have no clue how much this costs. I got it on TikTok Shop. Well, as a present. So it's probably not even much more expensive than the e.l.f. one. But we're just going to use it anyway for the sake of this video. I actually really like both of these primers. They're both very similar and tacky. So I don't actually know which one I prefer. Sorry, my voice sounds so croaky. I have a cold. So, do you know what? I'm actually shocked. This side feels more tackier than the e.l.f. one. I know, they feel around the same, but this one just feels slightly more... Actually, unless it's the moisturiser, I don't know. It just feels more hydrated. So, this is so hard rubbing. I need half of my forehead. Right, I've got all the primer soaked in now. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in with bronzer. So on the cheap side, I have the Pink Honey BFF Bronzing Face Frosting. And I got this on TikTok Shop and I literally loved this. I used to use it every day. I need to get my bronzer brush. I don't know, I just kind of gradually stopped using it as much, but it is pretty good. And to be honest, the original price is £17.50, which is quite expensive, but I think I got it on sale. And I just feel like it's classed as a cheaper bronzer, so that's what I'm going with. And then for the expensive side is my Rare Beauty bronzer stick. I literally got this a couple of days ago, but I already love it so much. And this was £25. So there's not much of a difference, but talking about the actual brand, Rare Beauty and Pink Honey, you can kind of see the difference. But yeah, I'm just going to go in with my Rare Beauty bronzer stick. I love this so much. I was going to do nose contour, but I realised that's kind of in the way, so we're just going to have to not do that. I might do a bit of bronzer down here. So yeah, and then I'm going to do the Pink Honey one. Personally, this one blends out so much easier. I mean, I used to love this. I don't really know what happened. It's just got really hard to blend. So I always end up with too much bronzer, but you know. Okay, that's what we're going with. And then I actually started to use a different brush to blend out my Rare Beauty one. It is this e.l.f. brush actually, but this just blends out so much easier and I just love it. Right, I'm going to move closer. This is the difference. On this camera, I don't feel like you can really see that the bronzer's actually there, but yeah, it is. I feel like with the Pink Honey one, it kind of just sinks into my face. You can't even tell that I've got bronzer on. This side, I don't know if you can on the camera, but in real life, I can actually see it. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so next is concealer. For the cheap side, I have the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. I used to use this like every day in the summer. It's not so much my shade now, so hopefully this doesn't ruin the makeup. I mean, I think it was pretty good. It's just, I remember saying it did crease, but I don't really know if I knew what I was talking about then, so. Okay, for the expensive side, I have the Concealing concealer. Again, I got this a couple of days ago, but I literally love it so much. It's just so good, so smooth, doesn't crease. Just my favourite concealer I've ever tried. I'm actually just going to do a bit of setting spray now, so it helps my makeup stay. So I guess we can add this to the challenge. For the cheap one, I'm going to use the Beauty Crop setting spray. And then for the expensive side, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury. Just like that. I'm just going to blend this in. Oh, I was about to say it's very light, but it is blending. I love this new angle, but at the same time, you can't really see my makeup fully. But it's fine. I'll probably move you at the end so you can see. All of a sudden, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer is my shade. It is blending out so nicely. Brightening up my eyes. Normally it's yellow. I don't really know, but do you know what? I actually think I'm kind of getting catfished, right? Because I always, like, on my vanity mirror there's 3 different lights, and I always use this one light, and I think I'm using a different one now. So I reckon maybe my makeup never looks bad. Maybe it never was yellow. Maybe it always looks bad. I don't know. The different lighting, it looks different. So I don't really know which one to believe. Sorry, I'm just randomly ranting to you now. I need to blend this out and I'll be back. Okay, I finished blending. I'm actually happy with both sides. Like, this one brightens up my eyes a bit more, and this one kind of like smooths it. But at the same time, this one has a little bit of a yellow tint. Again, don't know if you can see on camera, but I don't know how to explain it. You can tell that it's not quite my shade, but it doesn't look too bad. So we're going to move on to blush. I have so many blushes. I don't even know which one's expensive, which one's cheap. Okay, for blush, the cheap side, I have this Beauty Bay blush in this shade Bonbon. I actually love this blush. I kindly got gifted it by Beauty Bay, but Beauty Bay is like a cheaper brand, I think. That's just what I'm going with. And then for the expensive, I have the Iconic London Sheer Blush. I got this in my Molly May set, but I think it's an expensive brand, so I'm just going with what I think. Oh, I forgot that I could only put it on one side, so I have a bit too much now. Right, I'm just gonna blend them both out. Okay, so I finished blending out my blush. Surprisingly, the cheaper blush is actually much more pigmented, and I love it. The Iconic London one, I kind of had a bit of a crisis, and I think I blended it a bit too much, so it literally has disappeared, but oh well. I'm now going to move on to mascara. So for the cheap mascara, it is the Primark Double Act Volumizing Mascara. This is like the Sky High dupe. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. It's like, when I got it, I used to use it like every day. It is a good dupe, I would say. Like, it does the job, makes my lashes longer. So I'm just going to put that on. Okay, I finished with my mascara, and then on the expensive side, it is the YSL mascara. I don't actually know the price of this, but YSL kindly gifted it to me, which I'm so happy about, because I'm pretty sure it'd be very expensive. I probably wouldn't be able to afford it. So, yeah. I don't know which one makes my lashes longer. Probably the YSL. But, yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. I just realised, for the bronzer, I literally could have used the e.l.f. contour. Oh well. Now it's time for lips. Okay, on the cheap side, I have the Beauty Bay Plumping Lip Gloss. So yeah, I already do have a bit of the Laneige lip mask on, but oh well. I guess we can put it to the test. Like, half of my lips, do they actually plump? And then on the expensive side, just a bit more of the Laneige lip mask in Sweet Candy. I've literally just realised I've got bronzer all over me. One second, I need to clean that. I can literally feel this side of my lips burning, so I think it is working. But now I think my makeup's finished, so I'm going to add a second bit of setting spray. Again, cheap side is the Beauty Crop one. This is actually the Hydrating Gel Face Setting Mist. Honestly, I've used this like normally, and it works really well. It keeps my makeup on all day. So is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I actually like them both. So if you think this is a bit expensive and you want to get a cheaper version, like a cheaper setting spray, This one is so good. You can get it on TikTok shop, or I think the Beauty Group have their own site. Anyways, guys, this is the finished makeup. This is it in like normal lighting. So this is the cheap side. As you can see, like the blush is much more pigmented and my concealer is a bit yellow. But then this is the expensive side. Concealer is blended out so nicely. The blush went a bit wrong, but it all looks nice. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. Bye, guys.